We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Here with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. Offensive rebound. Here's Şengün. That one goes. Count it.
Not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
And Greg, these boys veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we should be in for a fast-paced game tonight, Coach. Both of these teams excel at creating fast break opportunities.
Look, Kevin, you're right. Both of these teams prefer to get out and attack before the other can get their defense set. They want to use their speed and athleticism, and they need to get as many easy buckets as they possibly can.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And new leadership for the Pelicans. Greg looking to create a tough, no-excuses mindset.
And at the risk of making excuses, injuries are what held this team back last season. So some of that toughness might be best reflected in their ability to just stay on the court.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
Back to KD. Shoots the three. They get it back. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you just love how quickly KD gets into his shot. No wasted motion.
Here's Queen. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Houston has come out of the gates quickly. It's a 5-point game. Durant drawing the double team. Back to Şengün. 5 on the clock. And Jones over to help. Şengün no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now the Rockets with it. 3-point lead. Now here's Durant. Thompson outside. Three-pointer on the way. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
James Borrego gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. They double him with Green. Here's Williamson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Williamson's got 5 now.
Well, there, instead of forcing the issue, Zion takes what the defense gives him.
Outside, Green. Back to KD. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 5 points in the game.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Back to Williamson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Rockets leading by 3. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
And Smith already understands that you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Now here's Williamson. He has 5. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul.
Substitution for your...
There's 1:47 left here in the first quarter. Williamson with the bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Thompson. Right side, Kevin Durant. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
For 3.
Silky corner shot by Durant. He is so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Pelicans trailed by 9. Down low. Bay. And Bay throws it down.
And forceful there from Bay, attacking the iron.
.103 left in the first quarter. Durant in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. KD's got 14.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Queen. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
Durant in the corner. Durant drawing the double team. Houston needs to get a shot. Oh, good on the triple. Poole outside. Williamson. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the three off target.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. From outside, off the mark. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Going up high, Kevin Durant.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Astor Bay off target with his three.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. With Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Guys?
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now the Pelicans on the break. A shot by Messi, no good. Houston leading by 4. Here's a Kogi. Pass to Green. Outside for Durant. And here is Green. Messi grabs the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Lets it go with a 3. Bay, no good. Durant in the corner. Lets it go from deep. There's the triple from Durant.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Now Adams, after Zion Williamson missed from long range. Adams' shot is off. Pelicans trailed by 7. Outside, Jones. Pass to Fears. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Houston with it. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. It's Jones on the wing. New Orleans moving the ball around. And it's Williamson missing. And Adams has got the ball here for Houston. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Eason. There's Green with the 3. Another miss by Houston. And it's the Pelicans' ball. They trail by 7.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Jones with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Back to Jones. Pass to Williamson. To the wing right side. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
That's a shot defenses are going to let Fears take. So the rookie making those will be a benefit.
Adams right side. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Adams.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Clock at 6. Poole with no one around. No good on the 3. Adams outside. Pass to Eason. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
There's the pick. Outside, Jones. To the inside. Queen.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And Steven Adams again. Adams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teams.
And so it's... Houston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Pelicans trail by 6. Williamson right side. Off target from outside. And here's Houston. They've led by as much as 10. So Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here. Both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure the test he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Rockets leading by 8. KD draws the double. And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer is right on target.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
And it's Williamson missing. And Durant puts up a deep three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got a piece of it. Durant with the steal. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket.
Look at Durant using that long stride to stay out ahead on the break.
Fears with it. Will it go? No good on the shot. Outside, KD. Nice shot by Smith.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Here's Queen. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. For the three. That shot off the mark. Rockets leading by 15. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Thompson for three. That shot missing. Here's Queen. He has 6. And yes, it's good.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Smith outside. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Show us your best moves.
Pelicans trail by 15. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Rockets on offense. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Jay drops in the tray. Fears has got 6 points.
In college, the jumper wasn't automatic for Fears. I see signs of improvement.
For 3.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Outside, Jones. They get it again. Here's Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
New Orleans making a switch here. And both free throws good for Williamson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. No one near Smith as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And every team wants long guys who can also make threes. Smith checks both boxes. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Williamson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a dunk.
And the dunk by Smith.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now beasting.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's the lob to the hoop. Here's Williamson. Great D that time from Green. Rockets leading by 18. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. A nice shot by KD. KD's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a problem inside. Got to push him out a little further than that.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Houston on top, running away with it. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Rockets leading by 22. KD on the wing. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land. Durant's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. Pass to Messi. Now Alvarado. And here's Poole for three. Sinks the triple.
Sneaking out to the corner. We don't normally see Poole there.
Outside, KD. Fader on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. KD's got 35.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Williamson with it. Now Green defending. Back to Williamson. Rockets with the rebound. Here's a Kogi. Smith outside. And stolen by Bay. Here's Messi. Oh, man. What?
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Pelicans making a change here. Free throw, no good for Messi. Here's Holiday. Pass to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
This goes to.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And Poole gets it to go.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Durant.
Assisted.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Williamson left side. Stolen by Durant. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Pass to Durant. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta.
3 points.
Durant's got 40 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Taken away by Holiday. Here's Shepard. And some nice passing there by Houston. Stolen. Alvarado with it. Now Green defending. Here's Messi. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Durant deciding where to go with it. Jeff Green on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. So it's the Pelicans now. Here's Poole. And the Pelicans miss again. And Adams has got the ball here for Houston. Right wing. Here's the three. Another miss by Houston.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The fadeaway. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Durant gets the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Right side Holiday. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Pass to Fears. No good with the triple.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
The three from KD. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. KD's got 46 points. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the middle. Here's Queen. Here's Jones. Fears with it. Here's Queen. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Queen. It's tipped. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, And welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Here we go.
And it's San Antonio to start out. Vassell outside.
I got him.
They double-team Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Off target from... Three-point range. Richard, after winning Rookie of the Year, expectations are high for Stephon Castle.
He's got great two-way potential and the work ethic to meet that potential. He showed a lot of growth just in his first season.
Here's San Antonio. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Davis in the corner. Back to Nembhard. Pocket 6. Inside. And stolen by Barnes. To the inside. A pass to Fox. And Wembanyama launches it from deep. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Flag. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. To the middle. It's stolen by Davis. Down low. Washington. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right after.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Now, here's Vassell. Back to Castle. Shoots over Nembhard. Makes a big height bounce and goes in.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Over in the corner, Christie. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
To the paint. It's stolen by Nembhard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Pass to Castle. Here's Flagg. And here is Davis. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Flagg. On the wing, Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. There's a screen by Washington. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Davis gets a wide open look. Knocked away. So it's the Spurs now. And Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
Christie has the open look. It's good from long range. Christie's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
They double team Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
There's a screen by Washington. Here's Flagg. Here's Christie. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Christie's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running in the first quarter.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. San Antonio trailing here. Right wing. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Cornet. It's stolen by Davis. It's stolen by Johnson. Now Sochan shoots over Washington. And it's Sochan missing. Here's Flagg. And it's Davis finishing it off.
When the brow gets up, you better get out the way. There's not many people with that length and that athleticism.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Back to Harper. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. They get it again. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, look, it's no secret that Davis can be a dominant figure on the glass. And he just turns rebounds into points so easily.
Johnson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Kornet. Offline with his three. And so it's Max Christie making highlights for the Mavericks. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. To the middle. Here's Gafford.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Here's Gafford. Back to Marshall. And the 3 ball is good. Marshall's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Thompson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Thompson's got his first points of the game. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. 7-point differential. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Whenever the ball leaves Clay's hands, it is the same every single time. You always feel like it's going in. He's that good of a shooter.
Thompson running the floor. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Now Williams. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Pass to Gafford. For 3. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Castle. Now Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
This is where Wembanyama is so dangerous inside that paint.
He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Double team on Williams. Russell with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Russell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is Russell's game. He is an active and ready shooter off the catch.
Wembanyama. Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 9. Down low. Here's Gafford. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Castle. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Ooh, and I hope he didn't hurt his neck because that was one nasty head fake.
Yeah, the defender bought it all the way, didn't he? Here's Barnes. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. From down in the low post, it goes. 14 points for Victor Wembanyama. Gafford inside. Back to Thompson. The kick out to Williams. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Substitution.
54 seconds left in the first half. Here's Williams. Here's Cisse. Russell from long range. Good on the three-point shot. Russell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. Barnes outside. The Spurs rebound. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
On the wing, Thompson. Off target from outside. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nembhard with it. Still without a basket. Davis sets a screen. And it's Davis finishing it off.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Spurs trail by 4. Wembanyama looking it over. Outside, Fox. Pass to Castle. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Vassell.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Sinks the triple.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, PJ Washington is playing for his hometown team. He said, I grew up in Dallas from 2nd grade to 10th grade. Being home is great. There's no pressure at all. It's just exciting. I look at it as an opportunity to be aggressive, win games, and just be me. It's a dream come true. Guys, back to you.
They are happy to have him. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But, Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And, Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 11. Outside for Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Vassell. Makes it off the glass. Vassell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 2-0 run by the Mavs. A guy with a strong build and handles. Flag makes his move and creates the space for the shot.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 17. Back from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dallas leading by 8. Davis drives in. And he gets the bucket. That's 10 points for Anthony Davis.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
They double-team Wembanyama. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
That is a good shot contest by AD. When he's got the size, he's got everything there. You might have to pick another shot.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Castle. Pass to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And it's Davis at the elbow. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Davis with the jam.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Basket good.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Castle, no one around him. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And when he's firing from out there, you know Castle is feeling it.
That one goes in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Dallas making a switch here. .104 left in the third quarter. Outside Harper. To the inside. Cornette. Pass to Harper. And it's off from three-point range. Thompson right side. The three. Cans it from downtown.
3 points.
Thompson's got 10.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Davis.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. That one misses. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
San Antonio ball.
Here's Cornette. Still yet to score. Pass to Champagnie. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Mavericks leading by 15. And it's flag missing. 16 seconds left in the third. Here's Champagnie. Looking for Cornette. He gets it there. Off target at the rim. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And it's in there. Flags got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Dallas.
And no one expects this to be a key area for Flag, but he might consider folding it into his game. And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Mavericks leading by 17. Here's Davis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
In case you haven't been watching his entire career, it is tough to contain Davis when he is on a roll. He's got a physicality and an expansive all-around skill set.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Harper in the corner. Pass to Johnson. Off target with his three.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Wembanyama outside. The three ball. Drains the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 7 now in this quarter.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Sohan.
Get there.
4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Flagg. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that 7-foot wingspan of Flagg helps him when he's in close.
Mavericks leading by 18. Stolen away. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Out to the right wing. Thompson for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Harper, no good. Driving to the basket. And Flagg throws it down.
Hard to keep up with an athletic rookie like Flagg. He's ready to outrun everybody.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the basket by Castle.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Thompson outside. From the arc. And again, Dallas with the three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And now, in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Fox, no good. Mavericks leading by 23. Pass to Flag. Thompson for the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Oh, this dude has an absolute flamethrower. He makes long shots that look like second nature. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Davis.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
And truly, RJ, some luck for the Spurs in recent drafts.
Yeah, they've jumped into the top 4 in 3 straight lotteries, and with 2 straight Rookie of the Years, they've done a good job with those picks.
Pass to Thompson. Another 3 for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Flag. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Barnes. He's covered by Washington.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. And the Mavericks call time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
Off the inbound. And Flag with the layup.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard